Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me again, Insane Gorilla, and welcome back to my channel. Now, this is a new Bell What If. Now, instead of Bell being adopted by Zeus, he lives far away on a different area of the world of Arario. He lives in a place that is dominated by darkness, where darkness reigns, evil lurks. If you don't get what I mean, basically because there's no light around, evil presences, well, there's always an evil presence around. Bell is actually well, not a young boy, he's actually quite old. Very old. But because of the darkness, he has learnt dark magic, or dark arcanum, according to everything else. And he is a dark lord. So one person walks in to his fortress of Cardum, Cardum, and offers him a ring of power. Him and 9 other lords get together, and they put the rings on and end up getting consumed by the darkness. Their subjects, everything dies off apart from them. They became the 9 Black Riders, and they were also known as the Ring Wraiths, with their signature screeches. Bell is literally the Witch King of Cardum. And he made his little area of Cardum his personal fortress and began experimenting to create life, but only on the perspective orders of his new master. And he's often tried to break free of his bonds to his, well, master now, but couldn't. He relished the idea of finally getting rid of the ring and destroying it to break the bonds between him and his now far off overlord. So he begins experimenting, creating life and creating well, a vessel for his spirit to go into that could retain his whole personality before the subsequent fall into the pure darkness. And this is where he creates. This is where he creates a human body for him to inhabit. But he quickly discovers after he leaves that his spirit gets yanked out, and the body sort of goes on autopilot. But at the same time, Bell realizes that he can still see, speak, and move. His spirit may be back in the fortress, but he is free. He can walk around, do whatever he wants, but gets a throbbing pain due to his master, saying there's a land nearby that is a nuisance. Destroy it. Overwhelmingly commanding him to do so. And this is a small fishing village to the southwest. As Bell walks up to this village, a lot of them greet him in kind and say, "Good evening, sir. How might you be doing today?" And this is where Bell also finds out that since his far off overlord demands it to be razed to the ground, his new form goes with him. And soon after the first person spoke, his new form appeared, swallowing up the form he had as the slaughter commenced. Now, a lot of people tried to fight back, but once they saw one with a crown of thorns, they see several others. 8 more to be precise. As all of them let out a sonic scream, crops start dying, fish disappear. Wait a minute, guys, where was I? Oh, yes. Crops start dying, fish disappear, women and children start writhing in agony due to the screams. People run as fast as they can. Not all of them could make it, because soon after the 9 scream, they chased them down, slaughtering and butchering them. It got so bad that they actually crossed the path of Zeus, sort of merrily going along his own way, just minding his own business before he founded his own familiar. And he sees the smoke in the background, sees people screaming, saying, "Run away from the 9 black figures," who then became the 9 black riders, because dark horses appeared. Zeus sees them, hears their scream, watches as things die around him in droves, from the plants to the trees, to the animals, to the people. To him, this is a terrible affront to human nature. So he attacks the 9 black riders, only to realise that his shots go straight through them. He knows he's hit them because they scream, but it might just be to the shock of something actually fighting back with power. But then these 9 black riders screech as they turn around and run and disappear into foggy nowhere. Now Zeus is terrified because of the screams, and that his lightning seems to have done jack shit. If anything else, it just gave him a slight tan than anything else. Anyway, guys, I've got to get going. See ya. Okay, I'm back. Sorry it took me so long to get back to you all, but hey. So where we last left off, Zeus just had a fight with the 9 black riders, the Nazgul. As you most probably tell, yes. the Nazgûls from Lord of the Rings. Anyway, when Zeus headed to Arario, he founded his own familiar along with Athena. Both of their familiars getting quite strong until, well, they have the three great quests. But I'm going to change it to the four great quests. They complete two of the quests with the serpent, and the behemoth. Now, the black dragon was put to the last because Zeus thinks that his and Athena's familiars are strong. So strong in fact, that he thinks that the black dragon can wait. It's the 9 black riders he needs to deal with. So he tells Athena that they're both going to deal with the 9 black riders who scared him so long ago due to their power. Athena is really confused and asks him, 9 black riders. Zeus, what have you been eating? Or, in fact, drinking? I've heard nothing about these so-called black riders. As Zeus regales her the story of what he said, of what he saw, Athena actually being very shocked by this. Zeus isn't the kind of guy who you can literally make him piss his pants and he'll run. And if Zeus is saying that these guys are a real threat, they need to deal with it. So they both go off into the land of where the, Black Riders are. They find the individual Black Riders' stronghold and destroy them. And destroy said strongholds. But then it comes to Barad-dûr. Oh boy, Zeus never realized that the stronghold he would be going to would literally be the strongest fortress they have ever tried to fight against. Not only because Barad-dûr, or Barad-dûr, whatever you like to pronounce it, has something within it. Something that's far more disgusting than the familiar members. It has an army inside. And that army was lying in wait for Zeus and Athena to turn up. And when they see Barad-dûr, they see its army stride out in droves, horns blaring, shouts of unholy nature, creatures that look as strong can be, dragonoid creatures flying around. And, the gods being the gods, decide to fight Zed army. To fight Zed creatures. To fight Zed 9. What he assumes is the last of the Black Riders. So Zeus and Athena battle their way through this horde of ungodly creatures. Quite literally, because considering they are gods. They find one Black Rider with a crown of thorns upon his head. As Zeus says, your army is shattered. Your fortress is now laid to rubble. Now we end your threat. As Zeus goes to swing, the Witch King, aka Bel, just simply grabs hold of his hand with his lightning in it. As he says, "No one disrupts the Witch King." I can't do William. Echoey voice. Sorry about that. No one disrupts the Witch King. No one kills us forever. As he, well, full on punches Zeus smack in the face. And just to let you know, the Witch King is stronger than Zeus. Because he's not holding back. As, well, they hear the scream of the Witch King again. Well, not again, for the first time. And the few people that entered the Witch King's throne room, quote unquote, to speak of, shriveled up and crumbled to the floor. There's nothing but dead husks of their former selves. When Athena saw this, her heart sank, because she grew to know these ones. Both of their familiars are decimated after the battle with the huge army outside, and now the Witch King within. As Witch King starts speaking foul words of magic and persona, as the 8 Black Riders that Zeus and Hestia? Meh. Zeus and Athena first defeated came back with their black robes and armour. And this virtually kills the morale in anybody who remains, including Zeus and Zeus and Athena. All of them run. Zeus, Athena, their familiars, they run with their tails between their legs. As Bel, aka the Witch King, screams out, "And never return. The darkness has come. Arario is next. The Dark Lord himself will prevail." And if you couldn't really hear that, it's basically me trying to do a Witch King impression. And failing. Anyway. So yeah. Zeus and Athena run back to Arario, tails between their legs. As well. This is where Loki and Freya take action and become the strongest familiars. But before they are vanished, Athena and Zeus tell the story to all the gods before they choose exile. They tell the story of such conviction. And be honest and truthful, not everybody laughs at them. But they hear the words of Zeus, who is terrified because he says specifically he's already faced them and lost. This is the second time he's faced them, and he's lost. The first time he lost because he couldn't really hurt them. The second time he lost because he got punched in the face and got sent flying. So he just tells them, if those Black Riders come now, we're fucked. Because we can't kill them. They said something about a Dark Lord will have his due. And they also said Aurario is next. The army we fought, I'm just going to call them the Orcs, because they were nothing but fighting. It seems that's what they were bred for. For fighting, for killing, for hacking, for slashing. Nothing we can do will save us from their wrath. And the one I fought called himself the Witch King. That means he's the leader of them all. If we try to fight the Witch King, he could most probably bring an army 50 times the size that destroyed our two familiars down on Aurario. So please, do not make dire mistakes. Raise armies here to fight this threat. The tower we built will test our adventurers. The strongest ones will be able to succeed, perhaps even where the gods have failed. And they both leave after that. Now, as I said, a lot of people still do look up to Zeus. He is virtually the one biggest god and the biggest pain in the ass people have to deal with. So, when he is scared, you goddamn better believe it. And this is where the beginning of the anime starts after he's disappeared, where he meets Belle, but Belle is the Witch King. But hey, that's for another day. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.